Alright guys, we're here with number 5. Just giving everybody a second to get in here. We're going to have Breaker's Delight, 5 boxes obviously. That's half a case. And we're going to have a half case of Hobby, which the only time Hobby Chrome is this size is whenever it is Update Chrome. Normally it's a 12-box case. I actually got to see how much Hobby I have. I might run a double case of Hobby next week. I believe Gilded Collection comes out on Wednesday or Friday next week, so we use that for mixers. But let's get rolling now. We'll start off with a Hobby box. Team list on the right over at camera in the bottom left-hand corner. I just want to be able to see the team list this time. Last time I didn't have the team list up and I was like, oh, this is rough. Over here trying to squint on the... Because my setup in the shop is like completely different than the setup at my house. The setup at the shop, I have screens in front of me. The setup at my house, I have it on the side. I guess now that I'm kind of set up back at the house, maybe I'll start doing YouTube videos in the long run. My plan was to always go back and either do like a podcast type thing or do some video or do some like informative videos of stuff. Guess I can go through and start doing some stuff for draft. Maybe I'll do some videos about the draft players for Bowman drafts. I think they dropped the checklist and do it by division. Put out 6 little videos real quick. Just got to get this PC in working order. I mean, I still have my other PC because I haven't fully hooked it up yet on the other side of the room, but might go through and wipe my other PC just because it was having some issues with some things, and maybe that'll make it run a little bit faster because I was having some... The biggest reasons I complain is I was having some RAM issues when I was trying to play certain video games through it. So, I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which means there's just some clogged arteries on the RAM or somewhere in the whatever else. So the motherboard is going, but I was having some issues where it was getting pretty laggy when I was playing certain games. The shop is definitely going to get done pretty quickly. They gave me all the flooring stuff Friday. I was going to say they're demoing things right now. I'm assuming it's going to take them, like, I would assume a day, maybe a day and a half to drop in the floor. It's going to take them another day or so to paint, so there's not really much else they should need to do. I don't think. I think they'll probably have everything done in like a 2 or 3 week time frame, and then I'll see. I don't know if Mike's in here watching or not. We got Matt's, Jaloff, Schumann, Freddie Freeman, Ellie, Dakota Hudson. We have Corbin Carroll on the 51 out of 99. On green. Go to the Diamondbacks. And that's going to be good to Noah Seahouston, who grabbed them in both halves. Remember, if you want them in both halves, let me know. I'm going to drop the second half of these cases tomorrow at 11 a.m. We have Myers, Trevino, Spees, Henry Davis, Jimenez, Bubik, Jackson Merrill, Alonzo, Cannon, Clase, Wyatt Langford, Giolito, Glass. Now we got another crushed J-Rod for the Mariners on the exit velocity. 117.2. I don't know if that's his highest. I'm sure it's not average. But he must have really crushed one last year. That's going to go to Philip Lemons. This is like actually the best centered negative I've seen. Still not perfect, but side to side, it's not terrible. Actually looks like it's about 50-50 side to side. It's a little bit heavy on the top, just slightly, but it's actually a well-cut negative. Oh, Wyatt Langford on the photo variation. Looks like Phillip Lemon's taking the Rangers on that ×2, getting rewarded. Then we're going to have Zach Wheeler. Got Mason Black, Yamamoto, Jackson Merrill, Paul Skeens, Mitch Spence, Paguero, Jankowski, Parker, Holton, Loper Fido, Nastrini, Provar, Hauser, Blake Snell, Rafaela, Imanaga, Colt Keith, Matsui, Turner, Adley Rutschman, PCA, Blaze Alexander, Urias, and McCann. Hurtubise, AJ Smith-Sauver, Wenzel, Riley Green, Gill. We're going to have Rogers, Colton Ingram, 348 out of 499. Going to the Angels. We have AJ Pook, Rivas, Margot, Randy Rodriguez, Bobby Witt Jr., Knack, Eflin, Kierstead, J.D. Martinez, De La Cruz, Holiday, Rosario, Lindor, Lugo, Estes, Jackson Churio, Beck, Dunn, and Kiermaier. Kyle Harrison, Jose Ramirez, Wynn, Simber, Evan Carter, Alvarez, Pages, Dylan Cease, Tatis Jr., Colt Keith, J.P. France, Urshela, J.D. Martinez on the 56 out of 99 on the green. Oh, well, it's a photo variation, so there's two ways to tell. First off, I just know it's a photo variation because this is not his rookie card. That's not his base rookie card, but didn't we pull one already? Oh, here. So here we go. So, how you can tell if anything's a photo variation and you're not going through and opening a bunch of cards and you're like, oh, that must be his regular card, right? So there is a code right there. The code on this one is, let's see if it'll focus. It's not going to focus. So there's a code on this that reads CMP 090853. This says CMP 090715. So if you take, we'll say Henry Davis, and look at his code will also say 090715 in the bottom right corner. When the code is different, you know it's some sort of photo variation. But also, I just know that this is his actual card because we've opened enough of it to know. And this is not. Well, I mean, that's how I know right off the rip without turning it over. But the way you can tell is if you turn the card over. We have Ronnie Mauricio, Kolick, Montez, Tang, Cole Ragans, Kakichi, Wyatt Langford, Jackson Churio, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. And I understand in this one it can be a little bit harder because like you're dealing with something like this too, where like this is a rookie debut, so this is going to be different than like his other rookie card that's in here. So I know an update it can be a little bit tricky as well, just in general. Because a lot of rookies do have two cards. All right, so we could get one of the big boys here on the redemption. We're going to have, I guess, just... Well, we're going to have Joey Gallo, but we got Jack Leiter, Sosa, Nunez, Gavin Williams, and Sauer. We got Joey Gallo for the Nationals on the magenta. Be a 388 out of 399. Yeah, Brian Ramos on the negative for the White Sox. Another pretty nice cut. That must have just been a bad Breakers Delight case we had. We have Brian Ramos on the negative for the White Sox. We're going to have Gunnar Henderson on the Youthquake for the Orioles. We have Andy Pages on the Radiating Rookie for the Dodgers. Then we're going to have Trey Lipscomb on the 22 out of 50. On the gold for the Nationals, got my man Larry Cheeks, Lawrence Butler. Chrome rookie lava lamp, green, yellow parallel, which I think means it's going to be out of 75. Not mistaken. So nice hit there for the Athletics and Tim Ratcliffe. We're going to have Brian Ramos for the White Sox. On the base autograph. I think he could be very, very, very good. I think he's super athletic, but at the same time, there's such a small sample size that it's really hard to tell. Like, I thought that the guy that plays center field for them that sold all those bases actually would have had a breakout year, and he kind of didn't. They kind of didn't let him know either. You have to remember the Athletics organization has also just ran like dog shit. So a lot of the A's players, it's really hard to tell. Like, I think Tyler Soderstrom and Shea Langelier would thrive in a different organization. Like, I think they'd be way better than they are right now. But with the Oakland, I mean, just take Matt Olson, for example. Look at how much better Matt Olson is in the Braves compared to the Athletics organization. I think a lot of it has to do with just how good the organization is in baseball, and I don't think the A's have a great one. We have Gio Urshela. The owner doesn't really give a shit either, which I think makes it hard to show up to work. It'd be like if your boss, whoever, just thinks you're a piece of shit all the time, or like don't really like you that much. Like, how hard do you really want to work for them? We have Podges, Jace Jung, Corbin Carroll, Colt Keith, Tang. We have Colton Ingram on the purple speckle for the Angels. That's going to go to Adam. We have Cade Smith, Blaze Alexander, Montez. We have Fernandez, Soto, Glasnow, PCA, Wyatt Langford, Mason Black, Jaloff, Yamamoto, Jackson Merrill, Paul Skeens on the Future Stars. Actually well centered. I try to get some of his stuff in top loaders only because it is selling for De La Cruz and Matt's probably a little bit more than it should be. We have Jankowski, Mitchell Parker, Trevino, Snell, Rafaela, Trey Turner, Eloy Jimenez, Myers, Nastrini. We have Shohei, Cannon, Matsui, Justin Turner, Witt Jr., Kopech, Urias. We have Blanco on the 19 out of 199 on the Aqua for the Astros. Have Paguero, Stratton, Hudson, Schumann, Perez, Velasquez, Spies, Hurtubise and Jack Flaherty. We got Joey Gallo, Marte, Randy Arozarena on the True Gold, 2 out of 50 to the Mariners. We have Ellie, Tommy Pham, Loper Fido, Lee, Devers, Harris, Westberg, Lorenzen, Harris II, Uwasawa, Ozuna, Chapman, Hauser, Woods Richardson, Rodriguez, Hudson, Garrett Crochet, Dominguez, Foscue, Gill, Paredes, and Cam Eden. We have Clase, Bubik, Ellie on the Future Stars, Pauly, Garantini, Bowers, Austin Martin, Lee, Fetty, Christian Scott, Green, Candelario, Roop, Manzardo, Spence, Alexander, Arangetti, Freeman, Lee, Stone, Jacob, Cruz, and Munoz. It's going to be the second hobby box. Seen way too much Colton Ingram in these. Essentially two half cases here, man. Crazy. Just too much of them. We have Suarez, Clayton Beeter, Varland, Jordan Beck, Wade Jr., and Sheehan. We have Aroldis Chapman on the 96 out of 175 on the Aqua Blue Lava Lamp for the Pirates. JD Martinez on the Purple Magenta, 159 out of 299 to the Mets. We're going to have Tristan Casas on the Youthquake. For the Red Sox. We're going to have Max Schumann on the Purple. 18 out of 250. We have Michael Garcia on the base auto for the Royals. It's going to Michael Vogelsong. Curtis Mead on the Purple. 59 out of 250 on the True Purple. Going to go to the Rays. And I believe Philip Lemon has the Rays, right? Yep. Philip Lemon's in the Rays. Last hobby box, and we'll end with 3 breakers of light. Alright, good luck to everybody in this hobby box. Seth Lugo, Estes, Eminaga, Paul Skeens, Dunn, Wells, Barroso, Eminaga, Wynn, Simber, Arrays, Tyler Black, JP France, Caballero, Abbott, Provar, Kolick, Shiano, Jackson Holiday, Ottavino, Junior Caminero, Rivera, Podges, Jackson Merrill, Soderstrom, Jared Jones, Vanasco, and Aroldis Chapman. Ahmed Rosario, Blackburn. Paul Skeens on the negative. His debut card. Jackson Merrill, Luis Gill. Hurtubise, Paul Skeens, Sanchez, Rivas, Ramos. We have Hayes, Yoshida, Knack, Eflin, Ottavino, Ramos, De La Cruz, Wenzel, Black, and Arrays. We have Clayton Beater, Matt Sauer, Beck, Evan Carter, Suarez, Gavin Williams, Cade Smith for the Guardians, 141 out of 150 on the True Blue. We have Westberg, Nunez, Martin, Cade Smith, Marte, Jack Leiter, Sosa, Scott II, Crawford, Rogers, Trevor Williams, and Mason Wynn. Jackson Churio, Lane Thomas, Hernandez, Sal Frelick, Paul Skeens on the refractor. We have Barger, Luciano, Polanco, Mason Miller, Jared Jones, Morel, Perez, Naylor, Duval, Lipscomb, Cole, Volpe, Hernandez, Shenton, Eddie Rosario on the 121 out of 250 on the purple for the Nationals. Have Colton Cowser, Christian Scott, Garcia, Pilar, Duran, Blanco, Hudson, Jackson Merrill, and Austin Hayes. The last 3 boxes are all going to be Breakers the Light here. We have Wyatt Langford, Jackson Churio, Mitch Garver, Parker, Pook, and Leisure. Jung-Hoo Lee on the magenta, 329 out of 399. Going to go to the Giants. We have Tyler Black on the negative for the Brewers. Brett Harris on the Youthquake for the Athletics. We have Uwasawa on the Blue Rayway, 134 out of 150 for the Red Sox. We have Forrest Whitley on the 137 out of 499. On the refractor for the Astros. Good stuff. So we'll see if he ends up being a starter long term or stays in the bullpen. We have Brett Harris, 10 out of 50, but Whitley was supposed to be one of those guys that was. Let's go into the A's on the Brett Harris on the goal. Go to Tim Radcliffe. Supposed to be one of those guys that was supposed to be like amazing and just. Not that he didn't pan out. He just didn't live up to what the hype was for him. But that's because he had him and, Forrest Whitley and the dude from the White Sox. I can't think of his name right now. Both had some arm injuries, and they were like in the same like future stars type of class. I can't think of who the White Sox pitcher is off the top of my head right now. All right, let's get into. We have Walston, Ben Brown, Podges, Paredes, Munoz, and Flaherty. We're going to have Adam Ottavino on the negative. For the Mets, Blake Walston on the aqua. For the Diamondbacks, another guy that has a lot of promise as a pitcher. We have Trey Lipscomb on the Youthquake. For the Nationals, we have Jurickson Provar, 103 out of 125 on the blue-green lava lamp. For the Padres, the purple speckle, 278 out of 299 for the CES. Going to go to the Reds. Robbie Ray on the 46 out of 150 for the Giants, which is going to be Brady. The Reds are Corey Harding on the CES. And I have Lane Thomas, Fernandez, Rogers, Scott II, Martin, and Cade Smith. We have Kyle Manzardo on the 150 out of 299. Magenta purple lava lamp. We got Austin Hayes on the negative. I have Wyatt Langford on the Youthquake for the Rangers. Marcell Ozuna, 87 out of 150 on the Blue Ray Wave for the Braves. Hey, how you doing, Brian? I have Colton Ingram on the Refractor, 69 out of 499. The Angels. And we're going to have Kyle Hurt for the Dodgers on the Aqua Ray Wave, 112 out of 199. That's going to be the break, guys. Like I said, if anybody wants their teams in the second half, let me know. We'll drop the second half at 11 a.m. I know there's some guys that definitely have them already in the second half. So a quick recap of the hits. We're going to have Marcell Ozuna on the Blue Ray Wave. We have Wyatt Langford on the Youthquake. Austin Hayes on the negative. Kyle Manzardo on the Purple Magenta Lava Lamp. Provar on the Blue-Green Lava Lamp. Trey Lipscomb on the Youthquake. Blake Wallstrom on the Aqua. Ottavino on the negative. Uwasu on the Blue Ray Wave. We're going to have Brett Harris on the Youthquake. Tyler Black on the negative. Lee on the Magenta. Rosario on the Purple. Schumann on the Purple. And Casas on the Youthquake. JD Martinez on the Purple Magenta Lava Lamp, or Aldis Chapman on the Aqua Blue Lava Lamp. We have a Rosarena on the Gold, Blanco on the Aqua. Paul Skeens on the Future Stars, Hernandez on the negative. Corbin Carroll on the green for the Diamondbacks. Did John Jones fought already, right? I was going to say we had Trey Lipscomb on the Gold out of 50. Gunnar Henderson on the Youthquake. Brian Ramos on the negative, Gallo on the magenta, and JD Martinez on the green. I mean, obviously, I'm not watching the fight right now. I've been breaking, but just want to make sure I don't need to try to find the fight afterwards, and I can just, I mean, I don't even need a recap. I'll just see who won, to be honest. Once again, another good color, not necessarily the right guys for the color. But the color's been good in all the Breakers of Light. The Breakers of Light has been color-wise really good. Just the checklist is a little bit big. We have Paul Skeens on the negative, Jackson Merrill on the negative. We have the crushed Julio Rodriguez. We have Brian Ramos on the base autograph, Kyle Hurt on the Aqua Wave. We have Ingram on the Refractor, Robbie Ray on the Blue Ray Wave. We have Cade Smith on the blue, Colton Ingram on the Refractor. Garcia on the base, Ingram on the Purple Speckle. Forrest Whitley on the refractor, Podges on the radiating rookie, Wyatt Langford on the photo variation, Brett Harris on the true gold, CES on the purple speckle. We're going to have Curtis Mead on the purple and Lawrence Butler on the green, yellow parallel. Actually, I kind of lied. We did get, I mean, I would say you have 4 of the better rookies. One of the top rookies, I think Lawrence Butler and Mead are a little bit underrated. Same with CS because he had a bad year. Then you did get negatives of Skeens and Merrill. So not the best, but not as bad as I thought it was on the top end of the rookies. Either way, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Like I said, we'll post up this at 11 tomorrow. It'll be number 6. There'll be number 7, which will be a full case of jumbos. Then I'll post at noon. We still have the Stadium Club open, so let's get that filled. If you're looking for a team at this point, man, if you're looking to get one, I'll take a deal on them. If you're looking for one of the teams that are left in the Stadium Club so we can get it filled. I'd like to break that at the very latest tomorrow. Probably going to go, I'll do at least one Breakers the light case of pick your team again. Full case, and we'll probably go right to mixers after that with Gilded coming out next week. Once Gilded gets here, I'm going to go to mixers because running a Gilded case is just too much feast or famine to me. I'd rather run it in mixers with some update. And anything that has any update box in it's going to keep the $1,000 bounty. I'm going to start a Super Fractor bounty for anything that is Chrome based. If it's a true 101, it's going to have to probably be an autograph though. And I'll run that with I'll run it with Bowman as one thing, not as 2 separate Super Fractors. Actually, maybe it won't have to be an autograph. Maybe we'll just leave it as a regular Super Fractor. But yeah, any Super Fractors, I'll probably have that. I'll probably start a Super Fractor ticker as well, since people have asked me about that. As for the Veterans Day giveaway, I'm going to gather up that list tonight and run it tomorrow. That's just my fault for, obviously, as you guys can tell, I've been pretty busy with the family, so that's kind of my fault for letting that slack a little bit. I also did finally find the list for the skunk of that one break, and I'll run that tonight. I'll make that list and run that tonight, but the Veterans Day thing, I'll run it probably before the football games tomorrow. Or I might run the random tonight. We'll see how long. And that list is going to take a little bit to make just because I think there's like 80 or 90 people that commented. But either way, guys, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. I will catch y'all tomorrow.